Alright, so today we're going to do eyeshadow, or attempt to do it. It's like one of those things where it's a hit or miss, pretty much. But, so basically you would go to lelutkasl.com, you're going to go to download, scroll down, and you're going to go to the texture kit for Evox. And then once you do that, you're going to find in that box the eyeshadow template. So after you have that loaded and everything into the program that you're using, then you would go onto Pinterest. And then you would just search whatever like texture that you want to use for your eyes or whatever. So I do have this one and also this one. I might just combine them just to see how it looks. So you're just going to right click, save it. And then save this one. Alright, now you're going to go back to your program and then you're going to find the file. And then you're just going to drag it into the program. Usually when you download something and drag it into GIMP, this is going to be in bold, which means, say I try to erase this black part, it's going to leave the background black. So you don't want to do that. So you're going to right click, go to add alpha channel. I'll do it for this one also. Alright, now I'm going to hide this top layer. If you ever want to hide something, just click the eye, little eye icon. Alright, so I'm going to work with this one, so I need to click on this layer. So I'm going to hit Control Shift so I can stretch it. Then we're going to go to Colors, Color to Alpha, and we're going to drag it onto the black part. And that's how it erases all the black without me using the actual eraser tool, which is much easier. And I'm just going to drag it where I want it. Now, I'm not going to know the correct placement until I save everything and then upload it into Secondlife. So, alright, now I click the eyeball, go to the top layer, hit Control Shift, and I'm going to stretch this one. Now for this has wording, so I'm going to delete that part first. Then go back to Colors, Color to Alpha, put it on black, and there we go. And now we have to move it to where we think we want it to be. It's never accurate the first time. Okay, so now what you want to do is hit the I button for the Evox template. And that's what we have right now. So we're going to export this. Go to File, Export As, and then we're going to do, I don't know what to name it, so I'll just put 01. Okay. Now we're going to open up Secondlife and test it out. Alright, so you're just going to res a regular prim. If you guys don't know how to do that, you just right click anywhere, go to this little wand tool, and just click. And there goes your prim. Alright, so then we go underneath of the texture tab, click on texture, go to local, click on add, go to the templates, and it's right here, 01. click on it, click OK. Then we're going to click the prim. And this is going to pop up. This is everything that you can make. So we did HD eyeshadow. Then you're going to hit diffuse. And this is what we have right now. I mean, it turned out kind of cute for the first try. Let me take this eyeliner off. Turned out pretty cute. I think I'm going to stretch it out more on the sides. So let's do that. And it's going to be this layer that I'm on. So I'm gonna go to the warp transform. It's already here for me, but for you guys, let me see. Okay, you go to tools, transform tools, and then warp. So let me put this template back, and I'm just gonna pull it slightly. Okay. And we're gonna go to file and just export it on top of what we already saved it as. That looks better. Okay, so now the layer that has the color is not the back one, the white one. This is the one that has the color, this layer right here. So I'm gonna go to colors, hue, saturation. And this is how I change the colors. Just like this. So let's reset it to see what we're starting off with. Okay. Now we go to File, Export As, do O2. Go back into Secondlife. We're going to test this one out. See if you could see a difference with the color. If not, then you would have to just adjust it. So you click on it, O2, HD Eyeshadow, Diffuse. I don't think I saw a difference. Hold on, let me see. Local, let's go back to 1. This is the thing about wearing flexi hair, like everywhere you click. So let's go bald. Alright, let's click on it, HD Eyeshadow, Diffuse. Yeah, there's not much of a color difference, so we're gonna have to try something else. Go to color. Let's go to saturation. Let's push it up higher. Now we can go to hue saturation again. Let's try this. Now we're just going to export it over what we already saved it as. Right click it, go to local, click on O2, click the prim, HD eyeshadow, diffuse. Now you can see a difference, that it changed colors. Okay, now on my keyboard, I'm gonna hit Control Z to undo the color that we just did. You want to undo it because you don't want to keep changing the color on top of the color that you had just previously changed, if that makes sense. I always like starting off with what I started with. So we go back to hue saturation. We can do yellow. So file, export as, O3. Go back into Secondlife, go to your prim, right click edit, click on the texture, go to local, click on add, and then 03. Then you're going to click on it, click OK, click the prim, HD eyeshadow, and diffuse. Okay, so we're just going to literally repeat everything until we get to 8 colors. I mean, that's a preference. I always do 8 colors with everything. Export as 04. So I'm just gonna pause this video until I get all my colors. Upload it pretty much. So okay, so once you have everything loaded in your local, all of your textures, you're just gonna pick a color that you want to use for your ad. I might just use the first one. Most likely, yes. I'm gonna clear this off. So I actually use a different avatar for my ads. Oh, so I'm gonna change avatars real quick, and then I'll show you how I take my photo for my ad. Okay, so on this, the eyeshadow doesn't really show up like super vibrant just because my skin tone is paler than the other skin that I was wearing, but still looks cute. So we're just gonna take a picture, click on save. Now we're gonna open up our program, GIMP. Okay, so now you're gonna use one of your templates if you have one already made. If not, you can just make one. And then we're gonna go to the photo that we just took. We're gonna load it underneath of our template. And then we are gonna stretch our photo. And you're just gonna wanna place it wherever you want it to be. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, and now we're just gonna edit it. You never want to edit the actual item itself. I just edit parts, like, not of the item though, itself. Like, I'm not gonna mess with the eyeshadow. I'm gonna keep it how it is. Every time I edit my pictures, I always add like a black shadow in the eye because I always think like it looks weird if I don't do that. So I don't know, like that's before, this is after. I don't know. Kind of makes her look like she's drowsy, but I like that. I don't know. And then I'm just gonna re-add the whiteness of the eye, just so it's more crisp. Just add like a shadow to the neck a little bit. And then a little bit of highlight. So, a lot of people are asking, like, how come I changed my avatar for my ads, and it's because my main avatar that I use in Second Life, I'm forever changing her look, and I just want my ads to look the same, pretty much. So, that's why. And let's see. I'm almost done. Like, I don't overly edit my ads. Just because when you buy something in Second Life and then you put it on and you're like, wait a minute, that is not how it looks in the ad. You don't want that to happen. And some people were asking me, like, how do I edit my ads and stuff? So that's why I'm not pausing it for this part. Just so you guys can see exactly what I do. Okay. Alright, so now that I'm done, I keep it on the layer of my ad, and then I go to Filters, Light and Shadow, and then I go to Bloom. Obviously, we don't keep it like that because that's way too bright. We're going to lower it down a bit. And then we go to Filters, Enhance, and we're going to go to Sharpen. Okay, so now we need to name our item. I think I'm going to name it Pixie Dust. Just because it's like a real subtle eyeshadow. Okay, and now we're gonna save it right now. Even though we're not finished because we need to put the colors here, but we're gonna do that next. So, okay, so while that's saving, we are going to take photos of each color. You want to make sure that your prim is right behind you while you're zoomed in. This is on. Okay, so we're gonna zoom in and just take a picture of each color. So I'm gonna pause it. I'm not gonna like make you guys watch this whole thing. Alright, so now I'm just dragging the photos that I took of each color of the eyeshadow and just dragging it into GIMP. As we're taking the pictures in Second Life, we're going from 1 through 8, okay? But when we drag it into our program, we're dragging the last photo that we took and then going backwards. The reason I do that is because when I upload it into Second Life, I know which color is going to go to what button on the actual HUD. So that's what I'm doing here. Then I get my selection tool and I'm just gonna cut out the part that I want shown on the HUD for the button. I wasn't talking as I was recording this part, so I'm trying to do a voiceover, but I'm moving pretty fast. But you just want to go to invert and then hit delete. That way it deletes the outer layer pretty much and not the part that you have selected. If you're a little confused, you can always go back to my first video when I was doing lip appliers. It's literally step by step on everything. So right now you're just gonna drag everything, keep it in the order that you want it to be. That way you don't get confused. Because when I first started making makeup, I was like, wait, how do I know which color this is? Because sometimes the colors were very similar and I didn't know. So it's just easier to do it this way, just so you don't get confused. So this is mainly like the process, the longest process probably for me. So now we're just gonna save this. We're gonna save that, and then we're gonna go find our ad that we just saved previously. And then we're gonna go to the eyeshadow colors that we just saved, and we're gonna stretch that and place it wherever you feel like it's gonna look good. Excuse me, I'm getting sick. It's like the story of my life. My daughters were just sick. Actually, my oldest had COVID, so, and then my youngest had an ear infection, and now I'm catching something, so it's always nice to be sick right when the holidays are about to start. But yeah. Okay, so I'm just editing that a little bit, like adding a little bit of bloom, and then I sharpen it, and now we save it. Okay, and then you're gonna head back into Secondlife, and you're gonna upload the ad that you just saved. And it does charge 10 lindens every time you upload a texture. I know sometimes people complain about creators charging 1 linden for a demo, but you have to understand, us creators, we have to pay every time we upload the texture. So, I mean, I don't charge, but I understand why sometimes people do. So yeah. So now we're gonna res 3 prims, and we're just gonna add our textures into it. The one is a demo. Now remember, anytime that we create a HUD, you have to attach a button. I'm not gonna go through every single step in this video because I pretty much explained everything in my first video with the lip appliers. So if you guys are confused at this step, just go back to that video